So CES 2023 was a weekend to remember. It was my first ever CES and I saw all kinds of craziness and bizarre technology. Withings had something that you pee on which can analyze your urine for all kinds of health data. There was a robot that examined your face and then drew it with its arms. The Tesla tunnels to go from one convention to the next was awesome. Thank you, Elon. And LG's enhanced screen experience was unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, I want that, please. But if you asked me what was the absolute best of CES, I want to start with the cars. Sony and Honda have teamed up to create a joint venture car company known as Fila, and we got our first look at a prototype at CES this year. First of all, I think this car looks super sleek. It's arguably the best looking EV I've personally ever seen. I do really love that gray color, but I'm actually most interested in seeing what an all black model would look like. I think that would be pretty sleek. Inside of the car, it is decked out with an expansive infotainment system on the dash and what looks like a full service entertainment on the back seat with those monitors. They also did confirm that this car is going to have 45 sensors and cameras to help safeguard the passengers and drivers with the safety features that they're going to implement. But even with all of this technology, I appreciate the minimalist look that Sony and Honda pulled off here. If you pay attention, they also did go with a yoke style steering wheel, which does have its fans and its critics. And this car is expected to come out and be released in 2026 in North America, with pre-orders starting in 2025. So while the Fila car is fancy and nice to admire and look at, we actually don't know a whole lot about the actual driving stuff, like the driving performance, the battery life, the range of the car, the things that matter when you drive an EV. We don't know about that yet, but judging from Honda's continued excellence in creating just awesome cars and Sony's expertise in the entertainment and technology industry, I do think that these two Japanese companies are onto something special. Now let's discuss BMW's new iVision D concept car. To be completely honest, this car blew my mind. It looks incredible in person. It uses what BMW calls e-ink technology to let you change the car's exterior color at your leisure. The immediate thought that I had with this car was that it would be like the perfect getaway car. You go and rob the bank with a red car color, change it to blue, and then dash away. Nobody's gonna find you. But all jokes aside, BMW did say that the idea of the iVision D is that it would have a digital soul. It would have an AI voice that could talk to you, it can create facial expressions and show off true personality thanks to the e-ink panels that allow the exterior to change. On the onset, that actually might sound a little bizarre, but when you think about it more, it really isn't that far-fetched. People love their cars. Like, people treat their cars like family at times. And I think it's pretty fitting to entertain a concept where a car can actually be your digital friend. It can talk to you, listen, and understand the things that's going on in your life. In my head, it seems like a natural thing that is going to happen with cars of the future. And the BMW iVision D is the beginning of that. A quick shout out now to Volkswagen. They cleverly camouflaged their new ID.7 EV coming out in 2024 with color changing panels that made for an excellent light show demonstration at their booth. I loved it so much that I actually stayed to see it twice. It was that cool. And speaking of things being cool, the coolest booth by far, like by a landslide, at CES 2023 was LG. LG had a fridge called Mood Up that could change colors and create a vibe within your home. The coolest thing though is that it has built-in speakers and it can sync the music to the LED panels on the fridge. They also had a shoe fridge type of thing that could freshen up and deodorize your shoes within 40 minutes. Like, they actually sell that thing right now, I think. I also tried what they claimed to be the world's first 240 hertz OLED gaming monitor. It was unbelievable to play on. The colors looked fantastic, and the responsiveness of 240 hertz on an OLED display was something I had never experienced before. LG also had arguably the coolest TV of the entire show, the world's first wireless OLED TV. So before you get too excited, the TV does still need to be plugged in. It's not running on battery power, so that part isn't wireless. But what is wireless is the receiver. You can plug in your PS5, your home theater system, whatever you would traditionally plug into your TV you would plug it into that receiver. And then it would wirelessly transmit that data to your display and work on your TV as if it was plugged in directly. Now that's really cool. Like, I can already imagine the space saving possibilities here and the freedom to plug in your stuff not necessarily near your TV and having a wire-free clean TV setup. Another piece of tech that caught my attention was BenQ's new gaming projector, the X3000i. Many gamers that I know, and I'm sure you might be in the same boat, don't actually think about playing games on a projector, but it's really hard to go back once you try it out. You're getting a 4K image as large as 120 inches. Like, you can't buy TVs that big to display your game. And the image was excellent and immersive as you'd expect from something like that. But most importantly, the input lag at 4K 60 is only 16.7 milliseconds, and it can go as low as 4.2 milliseconds if you're playing at 1080p at 240 Hz. Okay, so now I want to talk about computers. There were some really wild stuff that at least I haven't seen before. There were these folding Windows laptops from Lenovo and Asus. I can actually see the utility of something like this. Depending on your configuration, you can get a really expansive display on the go to help with your productivity. It was also just remarkable that the whole design was detachable. You can set up the display separately and then have a Bluetooth keyboard paired with a separate mouse, or you can just put it all back together and use it as one system. I'm an avid MacBook Pro owner, and just seeing that whole demo play out just made me a little jealous that this is only available on Windows laptops. Moving on to smartphones, although CES isn't really like a smartphone show, there was one company that actually shocked me in a really positive way. It was TCL. They showed off their new 40 SE phone, and it only cost $169, and you're getting a 90Hz display, 50 megapixel camera, 4 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage, and an actual solid attempt at a good design at a low price. I love everything about that. I love the fact that good smartphones are getting dirt cheap these days, because there are still people around the world who can't afford to buy like those premium end or even the mid-range phones. And the fact that good phones are really coming down in price is just allowing this tool to be available to more people around the world. The one device though that I spent the most time with at CES was Razer's new Android gaming handheld known as the Razer Edge. I'm gonna just make it super simple for you here. That handheld is just a beast, and it's very enjoyable to play. It has a Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 chip with a 144 Hz AMOLED display with a controller that actually feels great. The buttons are incredibly responsive on all ends of the device, and the joysticks are solid for even fast-paced games like first-person shooters. And the games run really well on this new Snapdragon chip that actually isn't even available on any other mobile device yet. The big sticking point with the Razer Edge though is that it does come with 5G, so you are able to actually play multiplayer games on the go, which isn't really something you can do on other gaming handhelds right now. Or you can even stream games from your PC or your Xbox even. You can also do tablet things on here as well, as it is still technically an Android tablet, such as going onto Google Chrome or the Google Play Store, but there is no calling or texting available with the 5G model. Okay, so as much as I love this product, it does suffer from positioning, because if you own a 5G iPhone or a Samsung right now, you can just buy a controller for your phone and you'll get more or less the same experience, plus the ability to call and text at your leisure. Razer's kind of combat to that is that if you are serious about portable gaming on the go, why would you want to sacrifice battery life on your primary communication device, which would be your phone? Like, you might as well buy something that is a bit more carved out and etched to do that job better, which would be the Razer Edge. And to that, I agree. I think that's true. But the problem is also is that experience, this whole thing I'm kind of just glamorizing in this video, it's gonna cost you $400 to $600 US, depending on the configuration that you buy. So this is not cheap at all. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That is my CES 2023 coverage. Let me know your favorite products in the comment section down below, and check out my latest video right here. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.